All right, guys, I just got done talking to head coach of the Great Falls Bison, Coda Tchida. We took a little trip down memory lane, um, talked about some of the traditions they have. They have one of the coolest, the number 40. So you'll have to check it out. Stay tuned. As always, if you like it, please, or if you like the content, please like the page. Please follow it. My goal is to get to 15,000 followers this year. If you super like it and you want to show some appreciation to me, subscribe. I think it's $1 a month. And that just kind of will give me even more fuel. My thinking is if I get enough subscribers, I'm going to do contests and giveaways for like weekly pick'ems and stuff. So enjoy the interview. It was a fun one. All right. I am here with Great Falls head coach Coda Tchida. We're going to talk a little bit of 2025 Bison football. Let's start off by first off, thanks for coming in and taking time out of your busy schedule there, coach. Tell us a little bit about your history. Where do you come from? Tell us about your football path.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. Again, this will be my 10th year at Great Falls High. This will be my 15th year coaching football. Started playing high school football at Haver High for the Blue Ponies, '01 to '05. Had a great run. We won a state title, 20-year reunion, actually coming up in a few weeks, which is awesome. Obviously, I can't attend. I'll be at a football game, but cool nonetheless. After that, student out at Bozeman High School for the Bozeman Hawks under Coach Troy Purcell. Then I got a job in Malad City, Idaho, where I was the head football coach down there for 5 football seasons. Got a chance to come up here and coach under one of my mentors, Mark Sampson at Great Falls High. And I've been here ever since, and this will be my 4th year as a head football coach here.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about you guys' off season. What did you guys attend camps? Tell us about some of the sevens. What'd you guys do to kind of prepare for 2025?
Yeah, so we practiced the last week of school. Make sure we get about 5 or 6 practices in before we head to football camp. This past year, we went to Montana Tech, had a great 3 days there. Last year, we went to Boise, Idaho with that group of seniors. So we're always trying to find a new way, a new place to go and play some different teams that we just won't see in the season, just to get out and see what other teams do, meet different coaches. And we have a good run doing that. 7-on-7, we keep it Great Falls High based. Again, we tried to meet up with Haver once this year and it just didn't work out, but we like to keep it here within the team. And again, we get a bunch of work and our coaches are here every morning in the summer. So great job in the weight room. We're going all the time in the weight room and then all the time on the field after weight. So it was a great summer. We're happy to get to a game tomorrow night.
Awesome, awesome. So speaking of the coaches, tell us a little bit about your staff. Who do you got there helping you?
Yeah, this year I'm very lucky as we bring back everyone on our coaching staff for the first time since I've been the head coach. So everyone knows the expectation and how we run things here. So that's been a benefit for us. We added one new coach as well, who is a former Bison, and he'll be coaching freshmen. So we're very blessed to have him back in the program. But Eric Stoverud's our defensive coordinator. He's been here for 11 years, 10 years as the defensive coordinator. He was Mark Sampson's and then stayed there in that position with me. Coach Zach Ringler is a former Bison as well. He's a D-line coach for us. Very passionate about the game of football and great to have on staff. Curtis Bloomfield is our JV offensive coordinator, a former Bison as well. He works with wide receivers. Tim Patterson, very veteran leader, great coach, running backs coach. He's part of our staff as well. He's been coaching for a long time, very knowledgeable about the game. Coach Dave Smith played for the Cats in the 80s. He's our linebackers coach, brings a great juice, great energy every day. Coach Hafner is a former Bison, and he coaches our cornerbacks. And then our O-line coach is also a former Bison, Shad Pepion, and he does some really good stuff. So we're blessed to have what we have on our staff. Try to get as many Bison involved as possible because they understand what it means to be a Great Falls High Bison. So we have a great staff, an awesome freshman staff. And again, we're excited about tomorrow and Saturday.
Awesome, awesome. All right. So tell me a little bit about the team. How many players you got out? How many seniors? That type of stuff.
Yeah, again, we're going to be a little less on numbers wise as a full group, just being that our seniors last year, we had 28 of them. It's hard to keep a group so big. And I think that's a testament to the program and how we run it. We still have 20 seniors coming back this year. Our juniors were around 25. And then our sophomore class is a little smaller. 15 to 16 kids, but our freshman class is really big, about 47 freshmen. So
Wow.
again, there's ebbs and flows of it. We're excited about the group. Again, we got to stay healthy. It's always about health when it comes to AA football. So I think if we can do that, we're going to be very successful this season.
Awesome. So who are some of those names that we should be on the lookout for breakout seasons and whatnot?
Yeah, so we bring back Steele Harris, Reed Harris's little brother, who's at Boston College. He'll be a junior for us this year. Man, I could talk about him for an hour. Big time playmaker out on the outside for us. He can play some quarterback if we need him to. He can play running back if we need him to. He'll be starting at defensive end. He'll punt. He'll kick return. I mean, he can do everything you want. And he's taken a huge leap as a football player into his junior year. We're excited to see what he does. Tristan O'Leary will start at quarterback for us as a junior. Last year as a JV starter, he was 7-2. So he's played a lot of football at the JV level. Now it's his time to move up and take those varsity snaps, and we're excited about him. I'd say on the defensive side, again, I think we bring back one of the best players in the state with Coulter DeVos. He's 3.5 sacks away from breaking his brother's record at Great Falls High for sacks. He should be a first-team All-State kid. Very fortunate to have him on our side. Along with that, Marcus Spear, our 6'5", 255-pound right tackle, will also be playing some defense for us. So very stout up front, great linebackers who like to run downhill, and then our corners and safeties are willing tacklers and great in coverage. So again, we got to put it all together in a game on Friday night. But again, the talent's there. Now they have to go out and execute tomorrow night.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Great Falls High. What are some of the traditions that are maybe make the Bison unique? Any homecoming stuff, anything like that?
Yeah, it's been a big deal since I got here. This is year 10 of giving out the jersey number 40. A young man had tragically lost his life back in the 2000s. And when me and Coach Sampson got here, we decided to bring his number out of retirement. No one had ever worn it again. So we made it into a positive. And that has just taken on a life of its own. I mean, from 15,000 to 1 million views when we post the gold symbol up by his jersey with the new name of who number 40 is going to be. It's crazy how just a small thing like that can energize a program, and how much it means to a city in our side of Great Falls. So that's been a blessing for us to have on our side. It's been awesome to see when the kid wins it, how nervous they get, and how passionate about that number, because they have a huge standard to live up to. I would say that separates us from most programs, even if programs are starting to do things like that. I think we kind of set the culture a decade ago,
Awesome.
and we're proud of that.
Yeah, that's quite the rallying point. I remember reading something about that, so thanks for bringing that back up.
Yeah.
So you got the game on Friday. Any pregame rituals you guys do is like breakfast, Friday morning, Thursday night dinners? What's that look like up there in Great Falls?
Yeah, it depends really if we're home or away. Just being that we have our own rituals at home. Away, you never know where you're going to be. You could be in the grass, you might be in a gym, you might be in a locker room. You don't really know where you're at. Again, we do some things at home where we in our gym that's very special for us and our program that we kind of keep to ourselves. And again, I think that's really worked for our guys on getting an understanding what game days truly mean. And I've really built that culture into them on a Friday, what it looks like up in the gym and going down to get your stuff on in the locker room and walking out as a team. Away games, they kind of take on their own mind, where we're like, well, where are we going to be? But we try to make it as home as we can with the situation we're in. But again, I think our coaches do a great job of what we do during stretch, during warm up and all those things. It's a very exciting time for a coach because you want it to look how you see it. And you only get so many opportunities in a home game to really show the kids what it means to be a Bison. And we do that here at Great Falls High.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. Last question. So, tell us one thing about Coach Tchida that's not football related that the rest of us might find interesting.
I mean, there's so many different things, so many different ways I could go here. A lot of my life has been centered around football, like since high school all the way till now. I haven't had a year off of football. So again, everything's really invested into that. But again, for me, maybe one or two things people might not know. I do have my master's in administration, to become a principal down the line if I so choose. Again, I'm loving what I'm doing right now, so I'm in no rush to do anything like that. But again, that I tell my kids, it's hard work, dedication. when you're busy with sports, you can still get your education done and have other options down the road. So I'm very proud of that. And then along with that, I'm a big guy when it comes to the workout side of things. I get up every morning at 3:30 and I get my run in, I get my lift in before I come to 7 a.m. And my wife thinks I'm crazy. Others think I'm crazy, but again, if you want to set a standard for others, I think you got to get up and show that you're willing to put in the work as well. And that's kind of what I preach to our kids.
Awesome.
I tell them the truth. And again, I expect them to come into the weight room during class and get their work in. So those would be two things that kind of stand out to me.
Awesome. So lead by example. I love that, coach. You since with your whole wealth of the football stuff and so much of your life revolving around it, what's one thing, what's football memory that you would say you treasure the most?
Oh man, is it coaching or playing?
Either or, either or. I know you played back in the day. I actually coached against you. I don't know
Yep.
if I played against you as a freshman, but I guess I'll give you a little story and then you can go from there. So
Yeah.
I
Let's
remember
hear it.
the year you guys were going to be the state championship year. You guys ran the
Yep.
same exact play, first play of the game every single
Yep.
time.
That is
And
true.
I was the DB's coach, and I lost my mind because you guys still scored a damn touchdown. I think it was like eight straight touchdowns in a row. So, um,
Yep, yep,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
you're right. That is so true. Our goal that year was to run the same play to start the game. It was called hide the ball.
yep.
And again, I was blessed to have another receiver on the other side of me that a lot of people know who he
Yeah,
is,
he,
Mark
he was an
Mariani,
all right
right?
guy.
So
He was an all right
yeah,
football player. Yeah.
he turned out to be all right. I always give him crap that I was better than him in high school, but that's a debate for another day, which I am, but whatever. I'd say, yeah, obviously my senior year, we had so many great memories. That was a great group of guys that grew up together and just loved football. Like we grew up since second grade all together, loving it. I still remember those days. It still gives me goosebumps. Just holding up a trophy after you beat Billings Central for the second time when it's minus 18 out at Blue Pony Stadium. There hasn't been a better feeling. Coaching wise, I would honestly say my first win as a head coach at Great Falls High. That first win as a double A head coach really brings back great memories because again, it's your first game and you win it against a very good opponent, which Helena High was that year.
Yeah.
It shows you that you can do it. Instead of like waiting to get a win, you get a win against a top 5 team and upset, and you're like, okay, I know I can do it at this level and maybe beyond. But that was a very special night for me. And this program was the first time we won it in Helena since 2009.
Awesome.
So it was a great opportunity for our program. And again, we've just continued to grow. So thank you for allowing me to go down
Yeah.
memory lane there. That's
Yeah. Heck
awesome.
yeah. Heck yeah.
20-year reunion that's
Uh,
coming up in 3 weeks. So
Yep, 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 yeah. I graduated '02, so that '01 year when you were a
yep,
freshman, I think. So
yep,
awesome, awesome. Well,
yeah,
I appreciate
absolutely.
I appreciate the time, Coach. I know you got to get back to some stuff, so I'll let you do that. And then I'll probably reach out to you down the road and maybe see if we can't get some of your players here and there.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about their season, how that's going.
You just let me know when you need a player or two, and they will be more than willing to do it. And I thank you for the time.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. And let's go Bison tomorrow night at
Yeah,
Flathead High,
absolutely. Go
man.
Bison. All
I
right.
appreciate
Well,
it.